Talked about it.
So James Swanwick here with Tai Lopez and his mate Herman. How you doing, Herman? And Tai's trying to copy him the shirt. See how you wear tweets?
I noticed.
I'm his.
I had this one first.
I'm his attire mentor. And
I learned how to dress.
so Tai has a conference this Sunday, April 26th, at the Fairmont Hotel in Santa Monica. Why is an in-person conference better than, say, audio learning or video learning, Tai?
Well, actually, this is right up Herman's alley. Herman's a PhD in the brain, neuro, and ultimately humans learn best in their evolutionary, most compatible or most evolved way, which is not reading, even though I love books. It's not on the phone. It's not texting. It's literally where you visually can see, touch, interact, see facial, expressions. And the thing is, for you, it's not, that's obvious, right? But the question is, what's the benefit of that? Well, at conferences is where I've met business partners, investors, affiliates, marketing partners, JV people, and you can try to do all that stuff, you can try to do all that virtually. I've never had good success ever at closing any big deals, anything of significance that I didn't meet somebody in person. So years ago, I found, obviously I talk a lot about mentors and books. I found you should be going to at least one conference a month. Sometimes I used to go to 2 or 3, one a week. And people say maybe that's excessive. It's not excessive. Think what's excessive is the average person watches 3 hours of TV a day. That's excessive, The average person eats fast food 4 times a week. That's excessive. Going to conferences where you learn something, and not only learn, so you can learn online. You can learn through a book. You can't close a big deal online. I've closed $1 million deals. 100% of them in person. More than $1 million deals. I wouldn't even attempt it. I don't use email basically at all anymore. I think email's archaic. I use texting, WhatsApp, stuff like that. I use Skype a little bit, but the more I do, I basically now would rather, and that's why I use video so much. I'd rather read a book or go see somebody in person. Again, sometimes you can't do it, but with modern transportation, I fly places I've been to 50 plus countries, and most of it is for the reason that I'm talking about now. So if you can go to conferences, and let me just add, don't only go to stuff in your own hometown, because it doesn't get you out of, there's something about our brain when you really switch up the environment that you actually go into a different state of learning.
Spark creativity.
Yeah. So what benefits have you got from going to a conference, Herman, before? Like going out of your town, getting out of your safe environment and going to learn?
Well, like Tai said, first of all, it's very visual, and we are visual creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our brain is dedicated to our visual input. So seeing things, it's like that saying that says seeing is believing. That's 100% true. And the other benefit is you're there in person, you can meet the person.
Which is intuition too.
Yes.
You can read if somebody's a retard.
Yes.
I don't mean that in the non-politically correct. I mean an idiot.
Yeah. Like Tai, earlier we were discussing in the office, and he was saying how intuition is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is because you can read people. You can tell if the person that you're talking to is real or not. If the person you're talking to is not, let me go back. If you're doing email, you're reading over a book, you tend to believe books because if the writer has credibility, it's somebody that is famous, is popular, is a bestseller, you're like, okay, this book must be true. But I guarantee you, if you're reading a book that nobody's ever heard of, or it's a thin little book that's been published in, on some blog, you're going to be a lot more skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
Going to a conference lets you overcome that, because once you see that person.
And sometimes you'll find out that the people who wrote books with big publishers are morons, and people who do a little blog post know what they're like you said, seeing is believing, and seeing is also proving You know, people say all the time about, I'm on the internet, James on the internet, Herman does stuff on the internet. People think stuff's fake. I'm like, well, come meet me in person.
Yeah.
If you think I'm, people go, oh, that guy's dumb. I'm like, well, if you think I'm dumb, come ask me a question in person. If I give you a dumb answer, maybe you're right, but I won't give you a dumb answer because I'm not dumb.
So come meet Tai in person, come meet me in person, come meet Herman in person. Go to jamesswanick.com/Tai seminar. It's in Santa Monica at the Fairmont Miramar Hotel this
hotel.
Sunday, April 26, 10 a.m. start. 9 a.m. start for if you're a VIP. jamesswanick.com/Tai seminar. And there's a link in the About section if you're watching this on YouTube, and there's a link in the About section of the podcast if you're listening to this on the podcast. Tai, what will someone learn on Sunday when they come to the conference?
Well, one thing, this conference is going to be intense because I put it all one day. So get there early. And it might go till midnight. So we're probably talking like 9 in the morning till midnight. And so I would say 3 main things you'll get. There's specific things I'm gonna talk about. Like I just did a talk, James was down in the office about stuff that I've never talked about before, never written about. So you're gonna see cutting edge things that I save to talk about, because some things I need more time than I can do in a YouTube video. So you're gonna see some, like I said, fresh stuff. Number 2, we're gonna be talking a lot about income. Everybody wants to know how to make more money, and we're going to be talking about those specific things that actually can make you more money. Not get rich quick stuff, but I'm talking statistically things, and nobody talks about it. I don't know why you and I went to school that was all about getting a career, but nobody ever talked about how to actually make money. So we're going to talk about that. And the third thing, well, there's really 4, sorry. The third, we're going to have a mastermind element to it that I'm trying. Nobody's ever tried this. There's going to be a lot of people there, so I'm going to try this kind of cool thing with like 600 or 700 brains all tapped into one consciousness to solve problems that maybe you have in your business or life. And then the last thing is come meet people in person. Do not hide behind phones, email, and computer screens. Nobody does that does big things in life. So you got to come out. There's going to be a lot of like-minded people. So that's a big thing. Meet like-minded people. You might find a husband, a wife, business partner, an investor, okay? So those are 4 takeaways. It's one intense day, and you'll get out of your own element, which on the plane ride there, I always think of stuff. I got a friend comes visit me once a month from San Francisco. He goes, every single time I get on a plane or car and I think of one problem in my business, I come up with a solution in the weekend trip that I visit you in.
So click on this link. There's an annotation right here. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, just click on this link. It'll go through. Grab your ticket. Sunday, April 26th, this Sunday. Herman will be there. Tai will obviously be there. I will be there. Click on the About, in the About section, there's a link there. And in the About section of this podcast episode, make sure that you come. There's no excuse if you live in Los Angeles, really, not to come.
Right? Or even California.
Yeah.
Go. I call them business meditation trips. People always talk about meditating. That's great, meditate. But man, get out. The answers aren't always within, they're without. You gotta learn them from external sources, so.
Cool. Well, thanks, Tai.
Yeah.
Thanks, Herman. jamesswanick.com/Tai seminar. We'll see you there on Sunday.
You guys soon.